Let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself obsessing over someone? Maybe you replayed every conversation in your head, analyzed every text message, and wondered what you could do to win them over. And yet, the more effort you put in, the further away they seem to drift. Why does this happen? Why is it that the harder we try, the more elusive people become? Here's the paradox of attachment. The more we chase, the less attractive we become. But when we let go, not just superficially, but truly let go of the need for someone to complete us, that's when we become magnetic. Why? Because we shift the energy. Instead of grasping, we start radiating. And that shift isn't just about romance, it's about life itself. Think about it. Have you ever been drawn to someone who seemed utterly at ease with themselves? Someone who didn't need constant validation or reassurance? It's not their looks or their job that captivates you, it's their energy, their confidence, their calm, their ability to stand on their own 2 feet. That's the power of letting go. The problem is, many of us are conditioned to believe that we are incomplete without someone else. Movies, books, even pop songs constantly tell us there's a soulmate or the one out there waiting to complete us. It's a romantic idea, but it's also a trap. Why? Because it creates an illusion that we're broken or missing something unless we're in a relationship. Take this quote from Carl Jung. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. It's easier to project our insecurities onto someone else, to believe they're the answer to all our problems. But here's the truth. No one else can fill the gaps inside you. That's your job. When we cling to someone, we're not really holding on to them. We're holding on to the idea of them, the fantasy we've created in our minds. Maybe you think, if they just love me, my life would be perfect. Or, if I could get them back, everything would be okay. But let me challenge you. Is that really about them, or is it about you? Are you chasing them, or are you chasing the version of yourself you think you'd be if they were in your life? Here's a tough truth. If someone doesn't choose you, they're not your person. And that's okay. Clinging to someone who isn't aligned with you only drains your energy and keeps you stuck. True attraction starts when you let go, not just of the person, but of the belief that your worth depends on their validation. Psychologists call this attachment insecurity. When we don't feel secure within ourselves, we seek external sources to validate us. But as studies on human relationships have shown, this neediness often repels people. It's the same reason someone constantly texting or needing reassurance can feel overwhelming. Their energy says, "I'm not okay without you," which translates to pressure, something most people instinctively back away from. But letting go isn't just about relationships. It's about embracing the reality of life itself. When you stop chasing and start trusting that you'll be okay no matter what, you become unstoppable. The most magnetic people aren't the ones who need others to feel whole. They're the ones who know they're already whole. In the next part of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to let go. I'll walk you through practical steps to shift your mindset, break free from the clutches of attachment, and reclaim your power, not just in relationships, but in every aspect of your life. How letting go transforms you. Letting go is more than just a decision. It's a process. It's about shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. When you let go, you're not giving up on love or relationships. You're releasing the illusion that your happiness depends on someone else. Let's dive into how this transformation happens and why it makes you more magnetic. The scarcity trap. Why we cling. Think about the last time you really wanted something. A job, a relationship, even a material possession. The more you focused on getting it, the more desperate you felt, right? And when you didn't get it, that sense of loss was magnified tenfold. That's the scarcity trap. Our minds are wired to fear loss more than we appreciate gain, a concept psychologists call loss aversion. In relationships, this fear of loss translates into clinging. You may overthink every interaction, try to be perfect, or suppress your own needs to please someone else. But here's the kicker. This behavior often backfires. The other person senses the pressure, even if it's unspoken, and it creates a dynamic where they feel suffocated. As the author Mark Manson says, the desire for a more positive experience is itself a negative experience. When you cling to someone, you're essentially saying, "I don't believe I can be okay without you." That energy is palpable, and it pushes people away. Letting go, on the other hand, says, "I value myself enough to let things unfold naturally." And that's where true power lies, reclaiming your power. When you let go, you're not just freeing the other person, you're freeing yourself. You're stepping out of the scarcity mindset and into an abundant one. Instead of thinking, "What if I never find someone like them again?" you start to realize there are countless people who could align with me. But first, I need to align with myself. This is where the idea of self-worth comes in. True self-worth isn't about how many people like you or how much attention you get. It's about knowing your value, regardless of external validation. And when you know your worth, you stop settling for crumbs. You stop chasing people who don't appreciate you, and you start attracting those who do. Take this quote from Maya Angelou. Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option. Letting go means recognizing when you're an option and refusing to accept anything less than being someone's priority. The role of authenticity. One of the most overlooked aspects of letting go is how it allows you to be your authentic self. When you're clinging to someone, you're often playing a role, trying to be what you think they want rather than who you truly are. But this isn't sustainable. Sooner or later, the cracks start to show, and the relationship becomes strained. Authenticity, on the other hand, is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin, who don't apologize for their quirks, opinions, or desires. When you let go, you stop molding yourself to fit someone else's expectations, and you start embracing who you truly are. That confidence is irresistible, a practical exercise, shifting your energy. Here's an exercise to help you start letting go. 1. Close your eyes. Visualize the person or situation you're struggling to release. Picture them clearly in your mind, along with all the emotions tied to them, both the good and the painful. 2. Express gratitude. Mentally say to them, "Thank you for the role you've played in my life. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned and the experiences we shared." 3. Release the attachment. Now, imagine yourself cutting an invisible cord between you and this person. Say, "I release you. I let go of the need for you to complete me. I am whole on my own." 4. Refocus on yourself. Shift your attention to your own life, your goals, your passions, your dreams. Remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to anyone else. This exercise isn't a one-and-done solution. It's something you may need to repeat multiple times, but over time, you'll notice a shift in your energy. You'll feel lighter, freer, and more in control. The paradox of attraction. Here's where things get interesting. The moment you stop needing someone, you often become more attractive to them. Why? Because your energy shifts from scarcity to abundance. Instead of saying, "I need you," your presence says, "I choose to be here, but I'm also perfectly fine on my own." That confidence is magnetic. But here's the key. Letting go isn't about manipulating someone into liking you. It's about finding peace within yourself, regardless of whether they stay or go. And ironically, that inner peace is what draws people to you in the first place. In the final section of this video, we'll explore how letting go doesn't just transform your relationships, it transforms your entire life. We'll dive into how this mindset shift can help you build deeper connections, achieve your goals, and live with greater freedom, transforming your life through letting go. Letting go isn't just about relationships. It's a mindset that ripples into every aspect of your life. When you let go, you stop being held hostage by fear, insecurity, and the need for external validation. You step into a place of inner freedom, where you can create deeper connections, achieve your goals with greater clarity, and live with purpose. Let's explore how letting go can transform your life. Letting go of the illusion of control. At its core, letting go is about recognizing one of life's most profound truths. You can't control everything. The tighter we cling to something, a relationship, a job, or even an idealized version of ourselves, the more frustrated and stuck we become. It's like trying to hold on to water. The harder you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means shifting your focus from trying to control outcomes to controlling what you can, your mindset, your actions, and your response to challenges. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Letting go of control doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start trusting that life will unfold as it should, even if it doesn't follow your plan. Building resilience through letting go. One of the greatest benefits of letting go is resilience. When you stop clinging to what could have been or what you think should be, you free up emotional energy to focus on the present moment. This mindset is key to bouncing back from setbacks, whether in relationships, career, or personal growth. For example, think about a failed relationship. If you spend months, or even years, obsessing over what went wrong, you're stuck in the past. But if you let go, you gain the clarity to learn from the experience and move forward. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" you start asking, "What can I learn from this?" That shift is where growth happens. Research in psychology backs this up. Studies on emotional resilience show that people who practice acceptance and mindfulness are better able to cope with challenges. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means facing them with courage, processing them, and then releasing them. This is how you build strength. Authentic connections. The power of vulnerability. When you let go of the fear of rejection or the need to impress, something incredible happens. You create space for authentic connections. Instead of showing up as a curated version of yourself, you show up as you. And when you do that, you attract people who appreciate you for who you truly are, not for who you're pretending to be. This is particularly important in romantic relationships. Many people enter relationships trying to fill a void, thinking their partner will complete them. But as Brené Brown, a leading researcher on vulnerability, says, authenticity Maturity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. When you let go of the need to be perfect or to make someone else happy at your expense, you create a foundation for real intimacy, embracing the unknown. Letting go also means embracing uncertainty. This can be terrifying, especially in a culture that glorifies control and predictability, but the truth is, life is inherently unpredictable. The sooner we accept that, the more peace we can find. Think about it. Some of the best things in your life likely came from unexpected places. Maybe you stumbled into a career you love, met a friend by chance, or fell in love when you least expected it. These moments happened not because you forced them, but because you were open to them. By letting go of rigid expectations, you open yourself up to life's endless possibilities. Practical tips for letting go. 1. Practice mindfulness. Spend time each day observing your thoughts without judgment. Notice when you're clinging to something, a person, a fear, an outcome, and gently redirect your focus to the present moment. 2. Set healthy boundaries. Letting go doesn't mean tolerating bad behavior. It means knowing your worth and walking away from situations that don't align with your values. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. 3. Shift your perspective. When you feel stuck, ask yourself, what am I holding on to and why? Often, the answer reveals deeper insecurities or fears. Acknowledging these feelings is the first step toward releasing them. 4. Express gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. The freedom of letting go. When you truly let go, you unlock a freedom that's hard to describe. You stop looking to others for validation and start finding it within yourself. You stop fearing rejection because you know your worth isn't tied to someone else's opinion. You stop chasing, and instead, you start attracting authentic relationships, meaningful opportunities, and a deeper sense of purpose. As you walk away from this video, I want you to remember one thing. Letting go is not the end. It's the beginning. It's the moment you reclaim your power, your peace, and your potential. So take a deep breath, release what's holding you back, and step into the life you deserve. Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on building stronger relationships and a better life. See you next time.